philosophy is you got to get to October before you can win October. Seasons are long, so you got to be patient. It's not necessarily what you look like on April 1, but it's what you look like in the middle of the season and how you finish.
John Mozeliak, running the front office for the Cardinals for a long time, with us. Mo, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Good. Do you remember this guy? You bringing you good memories or bad memories or a little bit of both?
Very good memories from him. Happy to see he's thriving in his post-career doing this show.
Well, otherwise I'd be beating down your door for a job. I'd want to be like
That's right.
Ryan Ludwig
I appreciate
or Joe McEwing or one
Jason
of the other
Isringhausen,
guys. Yeah, that are special assistants to the president.
Mm-hmm. You were you trying to ruin the 2014 team by bringing him in? Is that what you were going for?
Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Yeah, you had enough good guys in the locker room. I mean, every single dude from that team that I met is unbelievable. Like just love the Lord. You know, you're going out buying stuff for people, and then you bring AJ in, and they're all like, "Is this what Mo's doing to us?"
It's kind of funny. Like, I don't recall that, but I certainly remember like people were kind of questioning like, would he fit in? But it ended up working out just fine.
I mean, Kratz is just mad because we just had Carp on, and we're like, if we just could have beaten Brandon Crawford and the Giants, then we would have beat the shit out of the Royals in the World Series, and we'd have a ring, and I definitely would have a job at the Cardinals.
I look back, Giants kind of upset us a couple times, so that was kind of a bummer in our history.
So was that a tough signing then for you, Brandon Crawford, being that he did also cause some heartbreak in the past?
Not really. I always admired him as a player. So given our situation right now, especially with our young shortstop, I thought he'd be like a great mentor and someone that, he certainly understands his role, which is important. And I think he'll be really helpful to this club.
What did you think of Masyn Winn's comments when he signed? We had Crawford on yesterday, and he was like, "Oh, he's lighting a fire under me." Some people are like, "Oh, you're not motivated." It's like, nah, he's 21. He wants to play and do his best. But do you feel like when he has someone like Brandon next to him now, he wants to hold himself in a certain way to, I don't know, I don't want to say impress a veteran like that, but you know what I'm saying, where you kind of like change your attitude a little bit around someone that you respect in a different way?
Well, maybe the easiest way to think about this is about 10 days ago, we're taking infield, and there's 3 guys standing at third, 3 guys standing at second, 3 guys standing at first, and then we had 1 guy at short. And now all of a sudden we add Crawford into the mix. Obviously, it adds a depth piece to us, but more importantly, it's going to be someone that can help teach and mentor somebody like Masyn Winn. And look, Winn is a young guy. He certainly has confidence. Really, really good player, but young, and he's going to have to learn. And anybody that's been a part of this game understands that nothing comes easy. You have to earn it, and having somebody that's standing next to you or behind you that can help you grow is going to be important for him.
Okay, Mo, so I love what you guys did this offseason. You went out, and I love this as an organization where you went out and you said, all right, we're targeting pitchers, right? We need 3 pitchers. So you went out and got Sonny, you went out and got Kyle Gibson, you went out and got Lance Lynn, like right away, okay? Whereas there's other teams that sit back and say, oh, what's going to fall to us? You were like, no. You said, all right, we targeted these 3 guys. Lance has been here. You know what kind of guy. Kyle went to Missouri, and Sonny has a great reputation of being a great guy, right? So you guys were like, boom, these are our 3, and then you were done with your pitching staff, right? And then you're like, all right, we're going to add a Brandon Crawford. We're going to make some tweaks here and there, but this is what we need. And as a player, and as a front office person, you have to be proud of that because, hey, we got the 3 guys we wanted, and then we can kind of sit back and watch everyone else kind of scramble.
Yeah, so a couple things. One is we knew going into the year we had to go find pitching. So there's a couple ways you can always approach it in the front office. Is you can wait and see how the market develops and then react, or you can try to jump the market and address your needs. And we tend to do that historically when we know what we feel we have to go out and get. And then, there were some other pieces we still felt we needed to add. Obviously, we made the trade for Kittredge.
Mm-hmm.
We signed Middleton. And so all of a sudden, we feel like our bullpen has changed the dynamics as well. But, I think trying to be aggressive in the offseason usually ends up benefiting you because the uncertainty and the unknown of what can happen if you keep waiting and waiting takes a lot of patience.
Yeah.
And I think from a fan base standpoint too, you want to at least put them at ease that you are trying and you're trying to improve.
You forgot Carpenter, by the way, the biggest piece. You brought in Matt Carpenter.
I'm sorry, Carl.
Well, he made you wait. I understand why you would forget.
I'm mad at him right now.
Oh, are you?
Well, he made me wait.
Oh, that's true. That's true. I understand. What was a focus for you? Because I heard we talked when I was in St. Louis at the McCarver thing a little bit about some stuff, and nothing like in depth in the organization. But you said, hey, we need pitching. Everyone knew you needed pitching. But one of the things you saw all the time in St. Louis was you guys need more swing and miss stuff. You need more strikeouts, and I think you came out and even said that. So Kittredge, Middleton, those are swing and miss guys, right? Halsey throws 120 out of your back end, right? Now your starters necessarily aren't really more swing and miss, but the back end guys that you have now are definitely. Even a Hicks who was throwing 100, he gave up a lot of contact. So was that your focus in the bullpen? Hey, at the end of a game, we need swing and miss guys.
Really, I just wanted flexibility in the bullpen. When you think about someone like Kittredge, who actually pitched in 1 through 11 innings, so he started a game, finished a game.
Are you going openers this year?
No, we're not. But the thing that's sort of interesting, though, is just having the ability to have someone that's not tied to a role mentally. And I think a lot of times in our organization, we tend to be very distinct in how we use pitchers and when we use pitchers. So I think in Middleton's case and in Kittredge's case, they're like, hey, high leverage, put me in.
Are you building this team in the offseason, the moves that AJ just talked about? Are you building it to win the division or win the World Series?
Well, philosophy is you got to get to October before you can win October. So when you think about building a club, you've got to be able to win your division or get in as a wild card, or you have no chance. I think historically we've always tried to do that model. It's been a while since we've been to the World Series. Certainly excited about the players we have on this team. Obviously, we've already dealt with some injury issues early on. I think you got to always remind yourself it's a 162-game season. Seasons are long, so you got to be patient. It's not necessarily what you look like on April 1, but it's what you look like in the middle of the season and how you finish.
So you mentioned, let's say you get to July, when you guys are in the middle of it in your division, you have a chance to get to the postseason. There's payroll flexibility, right, to add a guy at a trade deadline to bring him in and possibly put you over the hump?
I think so. Blessed with a great owner, Bill DeWitt.
True.
Cares about the game. He's always been very reactionary to our needs and very helpful when we need something. So, depending on where we are, what we look like, if an email or call needs to be made, I'm certainly not afraid to do it. But, again, I think we're just excited about where we are. Good vibe in this camp. I think bringing some of these veteran players in with their experience and what they've been through has been really helpful.
Based on all the moves you've made and talking about wanting to win the division, I want to give you a hypothetical of, let's say the MRI didn't come back on Sonny's hamstring the way it did come back, and it looks like it's shorter. If it were like a 2 or 3 month injury, would you guys be in the Snell Monty market?
So a couple things. I never comment on free agents because that's always a very
He's not allowed,
dangerous
Eric.
thing.
Nope.
That's my fault. Rookie mistake.
And number two, like it's always very dangerous to do hypotheticals because you just never know. And so, my experience is you just don't talk about these things. We got good news on Sonny, and so hopefully it's shorter rather than longer.
Okay, last question before you have to go. It's a simple question, easy question for you to answer. You can answer this because the guy's not a free agent. When are we announcing the Goldschmidt extension?
Goldy, I think great teammate, great player, one of the most impressive guys who've ever been around.
That wasn't the question.
Yeah,
we all know that about him.
I think you and I, we had a drink over the offseason. We talked about it. We both want to just see how things go. Okay. And then at some point we'll address it when needed.
Okay, that's a great answer. That is the most GM, President of Baseball Operations answer I've ever heard in my life.
They gave us a little insight, though. They met up and talked about it over the offseason. I like that. Yeah,
I'm assuming Goldy drank milk.
No, it was a bourbon.
Oh, okay. All right.
There you go.
He has
I like that.
When you look at him, you're like, man, this dude couldn't do anything but drink milk.
Actually, it was a good bourbon. It was a Weller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
If it's Goldy, he's going big.
That's nice.
Yeah. Well, Mo, great to see you. Thanks for swinging by, and hopefully AJ stays strong in his new job. I think his questions were pretty good, right?
You guys were great.
Thank you. We appreciate you, Mo. Good luck this season, all right?
Thank you.
Hey, everybody. Be sure to like and subscribe for more content.
We're back here every weekday, all year long, so do not miss an episode.
The videos are coming in all day. Here's another video you might enjoy.
Baseball the way it should be covered.